Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my recommendations for the upcoming Sephora Spring Savings event. This happens every spring and every fall, and it's starting for Rouge members tomorrow, so I knew I wanted to post this video today so that I can get my recommendations out before it starts. So I have the paper in front of me. If you are a Sephora Rouge member, you will have first access tomorrow, April 9th, and you will get 20% off. And then for VIB members, it starts on the 13th and you'll get 15% off. And then insiders starting on April 15th will be able to save 10% on their purchase. And the code is going to be the same for all three tiers. It's just OMG Spring, and you can redeem it online and in stores. Most of us know the drill when it comes to this event, and so I won't go too much more in depth on that. I will have it all kind of listed down below in case you do want to read a little bit more about it. And then the event ends on the 19th for everybody. By the way, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit funny. I was sick over the past few days. Luckily, I was a little bit ahead on videos, so I was able to rest through the weekend. And today I feel really good to sit down and film. My voice just sounds a little bit off, so just a disclaimer there. Looking in front of me, you guys, I have so many foundation recommendations and then also so many lip products to share with you guys, which I feel like is perfect for spring. That's the stuff that I personally like stock up on during the springtime moving into summer. I love good lip products and I love good complexion products. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna start off with the face and then we will go in order makeup wise all the way to lips. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of explain to you in like coverage why I'm gonna recommend all these things to you. So the first thing is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. This has the least amount of coverage, but it has such beautiful hydration. I love using this on like an everyday basis. I've actually used this for so many years, if you guys didn't know. I used this before I started my YouTube channel. It was my favorite go-to. And actually, before I started my YouTube channel, I had a lot more acne. And so I didn't actually use this all over the skin for coverage. I used it as like a hydrating primer. So there's that option as well if you do need more coverage. This layers great underneath other complexion products. But if you're just looking for something that's quick, it's gonna even out the skin tone nicely, but it's still gonna look like skin, this is a great thing to add to your makeup bag. If you're looking for something that's also hydrating but has a little more coverage, that's where I would recommend this one right here, the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. This definitely has a lot more coverage, like I said. You can use a little bit and it feels weightless on the skin, but it's gonna give you a very glowy finish. It's gonna be very hydrating. I really love this one as well. If you're wanting something that's gonna be kind of more lighter in coverage, but a little longer wearing, that's where I would recommend the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. I've been using this quite a bit and I love this one for the coverage. I feel like it looks really natural, but still evens out the skin tone. It has a really long lasting finish for me personally. I find that it stays on my skin for a really long time, and actually I prefer using a foundation like this if I do wear makeup and I go out and I wear a mask. This actually lasts a really long time underneath a face mask, which a lot of foundations slip and slide obviously. It's not going to be flawless underneath a mask, but it works really well in my opinion. I really like that. If you want something that's going to be super full coverage, well, I shouldn't say super full coverage. I guess you can build this, but if you want something that's going to be a buildable coverage with more of like a soft matte finish, maybe more of like a satin finish, I would say. It's not matte. Then I would recommend the Rare Beauty Foundation. I love this stuff. I feel like people either love it or hate it, and I personally really like this. I wear the shade 130N. I will have all the shades of these listed out in the description box if you need like a reference. And then if you want something super full coverage and a little bit more on the dewy side, I would say. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be back in stock by the time I'm talking about this or by the time the sale rolls around. But this is the KVD Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. I recently reviewed this and it was no secret. I really enjoyed it. I personally wear the shade Light 012. I actually bought two shades if you watched my video. Oh man, I just ruined one of them. Hold on. Dang it. If you watched my video though, you would have seen that I bought Light 006 first and it was too light. So then I picked up the shade Light 012 and it works. It's a little bit dark for me right now, so I actually mixed the two today. It's what I'm wearing all over the skin and I feel like it worked really well. Okay, moving on to concealer. I actually just have one concealer that I wanted to talk about, which reminds me, you guys, I love so many products at Sephora, and so I will actually have my last two Sephora recommendation videos linked down below if you want to watch more and see other things that I love. I tried not to duplicate any recommendations so that you guys can refer to those other two for more. I was making my list and then I went back and looked at those two videos and I ended up having to like take off so many products because I'm still loving so many of the things that I've recommended before. So if you want to see more products, especially around skincare, and yeah, just a lot of other really good makeup that I felt like I didn't want to talk about again since I just mentioned it in the October video. I will have those videos linked down below for you, but I did want to mention this Rare Beauty concealer today. This is another product that I really love. The packaging is great, the formula is great, the applicator is great. It's just a really good concealer. I've thoroughly been enjoying Rare Beauty, so just the brand in general, if you haven't had a chance to try it, I would recommend picking up at least those two products. But also, I was thinking about Rare Beauty and how much I've been enjoying their stuff, and guys, this brush, the Rare Beauty foundation brush, phenomenal. I love the shape. I used it today to apply my foundation. So if you're looking for a good new foundation brush, this is great. However, if I had to choose between these two brushes, this one is a need. This one's like, oh, if you want a nice foundation brush, I would recommend it. This one, I feel like you don't know you need until you have it. At least that's how I felt. This is the Rare Beauty concealer brush. It's a very similar kind of a domed shape. This brush, you guys, it blends out concealer so well. It's wild. I feel like I don't even need to use a sponge after I use this concealer brush. It's beautiful. Highly, highly recommend this brush, whether you need a new concealer brush or not. If you haven't tried this, I definitely recommend you do. Okay, when it comes to powders, I actually have two powders that I really, really love. Both of them I prefer to use as more of a finishing powder. I've tried them both ways. I actually tried it again as my setting powder today, and I didn't love it as much as a finishing powder, but I'm glad that I tried it again that way so that I could be positive as far as recommending this to you guys, like as far as how I like to use it. So the first powder is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. This is a baked powder. It comes in lots of different shades. I personally use the shade Airy, which is the lightest shade. It's a very beautiful, more satin, dewy finish kind of a powder. It doesn't really mattify. It's a powder that will definitely make your skin look more dewy throughout the day. So that's another reason why I like to use it as more of a finishing powder to just kind of buff over top of the skin. It gives that beautiful baked, flawless kind of a luminosity, but it's not going to be any type of like mattifying setting powder. So yeah, just keep that in mind that it does give more of a dewy finish, at least for me as I wear it throughout the day. But with that being said, it's beautiful. I love the baked formula on this. I love powders like that you can just buff all over the skin and it just helps everything look so naturally airbrushed. The other powder I recently discovered and I love. When I first tried this out, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. This is the new Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder, and I have mine in the shade Zero Neutral. Again, I wouldn't necessarily say that I use this all over the face as my setting powder, but after using like a loose powder underneath the eyes, oh my gosh, it just smooths everything out and it mostly just leaves a really nice finish to the skin. If anything, it's a really beautiful, super finely milled powder that just glides over the skin, and I don't know, there's something special about this. I didn't think that it did much when I first tried it, but then I held up a small mirror and like applied it to my under eyes and it smoothed them out so beautifully. So I've really, really been enjoying this, even though it is a little bit newer to me. I did still want to mention it. For bronzer, I do have a bronzer recommendation. Now, this is something that I feel like if you're wanting to splurge a little bit, this is what I would recommend. You obviously don't need this. There are so many bronzers, even at the drugstore, that I personally recommend, but this really lived up to the hype in my opinion. I absolutely love it. It's from Gucci. It's the only Gucci makeup product that I own besides a mascara, I'm pretty sure. I didn't really love their mascara, but their bronzer, wow, this is so beautiful. The packaging is stunning. I have mine in the shade 01. It does come in several shades. This is the bronzer that I'm wearing all over the skin. There's something about it that just looks so natural. It's wild. It blends itself out. I love this formula. Like, yes, it's Gucci. Yes, it's fun to have on your desk, but the formula is where it's at, which makes it worth the splurge in my opinion. So Yeah, during the savings event, I feel like it's a good time to pick up things that you normally wouldn't have picked up full price. And if you're wanting to try something a little bougier, the Gucci bronzer is where it's at, trust me. You guys know how much I love blush, and this is also something that's a little bit newer to me, but I knew I wanted to put it in here because I've been wearing it like every day. This is also from Bare Minerals. It's their new bronzer, and I love the shade Kiss of Pink, which I was looking on Sephora's website, and it goes by light, medium, and deep, I'm pretty sure. And Kiss of Pink is the lightest shade, so I'm pretty sure that that's what you'll get if you get the light shade. But this is such a beautiful blush. It is a little bit more of a luminous blush, but I actually like that. And I don't think it's so luminous to where it emphasizes texture. This is actually the blush that I'm wearing mostly all over the face. I have another blush that I did layer a little bit on top, but this is what you see basically all over. I love this. It's a great everyday blush. It's my current go-to everyday blush. It's so good. I also wanted to make sure to mention the Lawless blush in the shade Sakura. This is such a fun blush for spring. If you're looking for like that bright pop of pink, now this is going to have a little bit of a sheen to it as well, so it'll really help your cheeks kind of glow. But again, it's not one that's going to emphasize a lot of texture, but this is more of like a hot pink, so I love to kind of layer this on top of other blushes if you're too scared of using this on its own, but it's also gorgeous on its own as well. Another blush that I wanted to make sure to mention is this one right here, the Rare Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Bliss. If you're into cream blushes, I think you would really like this. This one specifically has a matte finish. They make two different formulas, one that has a dewy finish and one that has a matte finish. They actually sent me a bunch of more shades not too long ago, but I haven't gotten too familiar with the dewy formula. I just know that I really like the matte formula so far, and the shade Bliss is my personal favorite for my skin tone, but it comes in so many different shades. For eyes, I didn't have any like crazy eyeshadow palettes that I could think of to recommend to you guys, but I did want to give a little shout out to these two Natasha Denona mini palettes. So these are actually pretty affordable on their own. I think they're like $25, but you might as well save money on them, you know? These are my two favorite mini palettes from Natasha Denona. The first one is the Mini Retro. That's the one that I have all over the eyes. And I do have another glitter topper layered onto this, but this is my current favorite. I feel like this fits for spring and summer, so I wanted to make sure to mention that. But if you want something a little bit more glamorous and a little bit more like sultry in a way, the Mini Gold is so stunning, you guys. I'm obsessed with this. The olive matte shade in here is to die for. I love it. I would highly recommend both of these. And then I also wanted to make sure to tell you guys about this product right here from Kaja. I really like the stacked eyeshadows from Kaja. I think these are called the, are they the bento eyeshadows? So they actually come with 3 different shades in each one. This is my personal favorite. It's called Rose Water. I love the top shade specifically, and that's what I have all over the eyes. I think these are a great thing to add into your collection because if you're like me right now, I don't really have a certain eyeshadow palette that I haven't already recommended to you guys that I think you should run out and get. So I wanted to make sure to mention these if you're kind of like me and you're like, oh, I don't really want a new eyeshadow palette, but I would like something for the eyes that will kind of enhance other palettes. This is great because they're all kind of glittery. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think they have some that have matte shades and shimmer shades. This one specifically, the Rose Water, is all shimmer shades, so it makes great toppers for any looks. And if you're someone like me and you like more pinky looks, that's a good shade to go with. My current favorite mascara at Sephora is the Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. This is no secret. I've used this so many times on my channel, and it's actually the mascara that I'm wearing right now. It's definitely more of like a beefy mascara. This is going to give you crazy volume. It's not going to be super separating and fluttery and, you know, like a no makeup kind of mascara. This is a mascara that you wear when you want your lashes to be a statement, and that's why I love it. I also love that it's a clean formula because it's Bite Beauty. It wears all day for me. It's just an amazing formula. You guys probably already know how much I love this. I've talked about it so many times. I have one lip liner that I wanted to talk about, and that is also from Lawless. This is the Forget the Filler Definer Liner in the shade Pink Sands. I have this all over the lips as my lip color today. This is an amazing formula. Again, love that it's a clean formula for a lip liner. It's so smooth. It's really pigmented. They have lots of different shades. Well, I shouldn't say lots. I think they maybe have 4 shades, 4 or 5, I can't quite remember, but Pink Sand is definitely my favorite. It's been a go-to of mine since I tried it, and I think moving into spring and summer, a really nice everyday pink lip liner color is essential, so I wanted to make sure to mention that. We are moving into lip products, my friends, and I have quite a few, but I don't want you to get like overwhelmed when I hold these up because a lot of them I'm recommending the formula and you can just choose whatever shades you would like. I will of course tell you my personal favorite shades, but the first one, I know this is more of like a fall kind of a formula because most of us reach for matte lip products around that time of year. I mean, I shouldn't speak for everybody. However, I do think these kinds of a formula is really great for spring and summer as well if you need your lip product to last a long time. This is actually also from Rare Beauty. These are their lip souffles. My favorite kind of everyday color is this one right here. It's a stunning mauve. This is called Courage. Beautiful. I love it so much. And the thing about these two, the brighter colors at least, they leave a stain on the lips, which is really nice. They wear off beautifully throughout the day. So that's not something you have to worry about. I will say though, these aren't like the most long-lasting liquid lipstick type of product. It's more of a lip mousse. So it's gonna transfer a little bit if there's extra product on the surface of the lips. But I honestly really love the formula. I actually bought these two shades forever ago, and I'm really excited to start wearing them again because I loved them. The first shade is Motivate, which is a little bit of like a corally color. It's really nice. And then Ascend is kind of like a hot fuchsia pink. I love this one as well. I actually am considering maybe buying one more shade, which by the way, I'm going to tell you guys a few things that I have on my personal wish list at the end because maybe you already have all these things I'm talking about. So in case you want to see what I'm thinking about picking up, I will tell you at the end of the video. But yeah, really love that formula. The rest of these products are very similar in formula and don't think that you need all the formulas. I personally love and use them all, but I am just obsessed with lip products. So the next thing I wanted to tell you about, again, because I just recently mentioned these in my favorites video, the Tower 28 lip jellies. These are probably the lip product that I'm currently the most obsessed with. I don't know. I feel like I can't say that because I'm looking down at all the rest of these and I really love all of them. But if you had to pick one shade, I know it seems boring, but the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in the shade Chill. Pick that one up first. If you already have this or you really don't want a clear gloss, my second favorite is this one, and this is called Coconut. It's a gorgeous pink. This is so pretty all over the lips. You don't even need a lip liner with this. It has a beautiful pigment to it, but it will just give your lips a really nice pink tint. If you don't like pink and you're more of a nude lip person, definitely go with this shade right here called Cashew. All three of them are beautiful, but my personal favorite is the shade Chill, which is all over my lips on top of that Lawless lip liner. I'm gonna apply a little bit more because it's just so comfortable. It feels like a balm. It doesn't feel sticky at all. Those are my favorite kinds of glossy products. Next up, I'm also obsessed with, these are brand new, so I haven't really figured out what shades I'm obsessed with the most, but I would say these are my two most used shades so far. This is the new Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm. So again, another product kind of like that where you get hydration, but you get a little bit of a shine and a gloss to it. I personally really love the shade Ingenuity. It's so gorgeous. And then this mauve shade called Heart, but I've worn several of the shades so far and I really like every single one that I've tried. So if you're into glossy balm type products, the Tower 28 products are great. These Bare Mineral ones are amazing as well. You really can't go wrong with the shade in either formula in my opinion. Just choose whatever speaks to you. I have two more clear glosses that are both from clean brands if you're into more clean makeup products. The first one being this Kosas Wet Lip Oil. Now this is more of a lip oil to where it's slightly more oily feeling. Not really though. It feels more like a balm as well, not sticky. None of these are sticky to me. But the shade Jellyfish, oh, this looks amazing all over the lips. It smooths out the lip lines perfectly. Plus the packaging is gorgeous on this, so I'm obsessed with that. I'm also obsessed with the Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss. Now this one is also one that's gonna make your lips super smooth. This is a thicker formula. So even though once you apply it, it doesn't really feel too sticky to the point where it bothers me personally, but it is stickier than the other glosses I'm talking about. But this is also stunning. It will make your lips look super plump, but it doesn't like hurt. It's not a tingly type of a plumping gloss, but it does make your lips look more full. I really love that one. And then last but not least, this is also a lip plumping product. This is newer to me as well, but I'm really into it. This is from Dior. It's the Dior Lip Maximizer in the shade 001 Pink. This one, if you do apply it, it will feel a little more tingly, but I like this kind of a milky pink color because when I apply it on top of any other lip product, it just kind of adds a softer, like glazed effect. Do you know what I mean? It's a really beautiful product. So yeah, those are all of my lip products. And actually that's the last thing I think I wanted to talk about. So those are all my recommendations. I know that was probably a lot. I will have everything listed and linked in the description box. Really quickly, I want to share with you guys my personal wish list because I always love to hear what other people are into. So let me tell you. The first thing is the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt Bronzer duos. So it has like a cream bronzer and a powder bronzer. I'm obsessed with the blush version of this, so I really, really love this. However, I did recently get an email and I think it's being sent to me in PR, so I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up yet. I'm gonna kind of wait this week and see if I receive it in PR. If not, I'm totally buying it, but I wanted to make sure to mention it though in case you guys are fans of Patrick Ta like I am. Like his makeup line at Sephora is one of my favorites. I feel like I always anticipate every launch from him, so that's the newest from Patrick Ta. I've also been eyeing the Drunk Elephant Protini Serum. The Protini Moisturizer as well as the Lala Retro Moisturizer have been my favorites for years now. They are my top two moisturizers. I try other moisturizers and I always end up going back to my Drunk Elephant ones. So the Protini Serum recently launched, and since I love the Protini Moisturizer so much, I really want to try that out and I've heard really good things. So that's probably my number one product. I also saw that Peter Thomas Roth launched a new skincare product, the Pro Strength Microdermabrasion Blackhead Eliminator. That sounds really good to me. I'm obsessed with the Peter Thomas Roth niacinamide treatment, which is in my other recommendations video, so I didn't mention it again. I'm still obsessed with it in case you're wondering. But because I love that one so much, I was eyeing that new product because the other one has worked so well for me, so I might pick that one up. I still haven't picked up the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 eyeshadow palette, which looks beautiful. I would love to try it. I still don't know if I need it yet, but that's been on my wish list for a long time. So Saie is a clean brand and they just recently launched at Sephora. This slipcover tint is one of my favorite like no makeup products, which is available at Sephora now. I actually forgot until I saw this. I forgot to tell you that. So I do really like that product. It's not quite as long wearing as the other ones that I was talking about, but again, it's a good like no makeup kind of a situation. But they launched these new Dew Blush Liquid Cheek blushes and the shade Peachy. I think I'm going to pick that up. I really do want to try that. It has really good reviews. I think I'm going to pick up a restock of the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Cream because I've been out of it for way too long and I miss it a lot. I also am going to pick up the mini version of the micellar water from Drunk Elephant. I've been wanting to try that for a long time. And then I really want to try Liss Beauty. It's a new brand at Sephora as well. I've wanted to try the Triple Fix Serum Foundation for a while, so I might pick that up. There's a leave-in conditioner from Day that I might pick up. I definitely won't be buying all of these, but that's kind of what's on my wish list. In the past, I've done videos where I come back and show you what I ended up buying and try it on camera. So if you would like to see that, let me know. I feel like a lot of the products that I might end up buying are skincare products. I've just been really into skincare. I always have been, but like that's kind of what I've been enjoying spending my money on recently. So we'll see. If I end up buying enough makeup products to sit down and do like a try on, maybe I'll do that. And let me know in the comments if you would like to see something like that. But yeah, that's everything, you guys. Again, all the details will be down below in the description box. I will have everything listed and linked down below as well. By the way, if you choose to shop through the links in my description box, I do get a small kickback. It doesn't cost anything more for you guys, but it does help support me. So if you want to support my channel a little bit more as you shop the sale, you can definitely use my links. You do not have to. You don't have to use my links if you don't want to, but I just wanted to let you know in case you didn't know. That's just a really easy way to support my videos if you want to. Let me know if there's anything that you think I should try in the comments down below. As I'm shopping, I will definitely check out your comments and see what I should pick up based off of your recommendations as well, because you guys give the best recommendations. I have found so many of my very favorite things from your comments and from videos where I'm asking you to tell me what to buy. You guys are incredible, so please make sure to tell me what you think I should pick up if there's something that I didn't recommend or haven't tried before. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.